Lady T 506. Welcome to my channel. Hi everyone, today we're doing Braxton Family Values Season 2 Episode 5 review. We're going to start off with Tamar and Vince. They're still in Chicago, and a Japanese producer comes in. She's a fan of Vince's, and she wants to do a documentary on him, his rise to the top, I guess you can say. And Tamar gets the bright idea, well, hey, I should be Vince's manager. And Vince, laughed it off like, yeah, that's Tamar being silly. So Tamar got in her head, yeah, I can manage you, but why I think she thinks that? Oh, well, I guess she knows the business like that, being married to him. We're going to move over to Trina. Trina, she's been taking online classes to get her degree, and she finally got it. And she's very happy. Gabe is supportive. He's happy for her, but she's upset because none of her family is going to be in town. Well, not none of her family. Gabe will be there, and her mom will be there. She's like, none of my sisters will be there to celebrate my graduation. My dad, he won't come to my graduation. And Gabe was like, well, the reason me and your father have talked, and the reason why he doesn't like coming to family events is because you guys don't include his wife in on it. And she was like, well, we do that out of respect for my mother. He did his dirt in his past, and I don't want to bring this woman and throw that in my mom's face. And I understand where she's coming from. And he was like, well, that's that's the only reason he went to Tamar and Vince's wedding, because Tamar invited his wife. But he's like, in my opinion, I think the dad should be, whether the wife is there or not, they're for his kids. That's not going to make him love his wife any less, but it's going to make the kids feel bad. It's like, dang, Daddy, you can't come on your own and see us? I mean, you're supposed to be our fathers. Okay. What else? Oh, yeah, Tamar and Vince, they was out to dinner with the Japanese producer and two of their friends, and Tamar was being Tamar as usual, being loud, and she's asking the woman all these questions like, what do you think about doing this for this? And excuse me. And, sorry. And Vince was like, hold on, calm down, Tamar, dang. Just chill. This is not business. This is just some friends amongst each other. So he orders him a salad before everybody else is eating. And Tamar was like, well, dang, that's rude to be eating. And, you praying for the food, and you the only one got food. So at one point, Vince just got up and walked off. She's, like, oblivious to why he walked off. But it's like, dang, Tamar, just sit down somewhere. You ain't got to be bamboopopping.com all the time. Just sit there. Act like you got some sense. So, I'm sorry, I'm sick. Trina and Gabe are discussing what to do after her party, after her graduation. She wants to have a party. He's like, well, is there alcohol involved? She's like, I may have a sip of champagne. So, day of the graduation, Trina's dad did show up, and she's all excited. Mama come in, giving everybody a hug, and she's like, hey, you? Basically, what in the world you doing here? I ain't expect to see you here, but okay, we gonna try to be civil. We gonna be cool. Trina gets her award, goes back to the house, they're partying. Oh yeah, Andre and Tamar. Tawana's husband Andre came, and he brought their two kids. I was like, that's good. At least he was there. Everybody else was gone somewhere. I digress. They having a party. Tawana, she shows up for the party, but not the graduation. Trina's taking shots after shots, and Gabe is like monitoring her. I guess he knows how she acts when she gets drunk, and she gets a little flirty, a little loud, and he's not liking that because she had that trouble with alcohol in the vast. And he's noticing, like, one of her band members, they're, like, flirting and all over each other every time he turn around. So, at one point, he just pulls Trina to the side, like, dang, what's going on? And you and this dude that always hugged up, what's going on? And Trina's like, that's his insecurities going on about that. But dude was, like, all up on Trina. I'm not even going to lie. He was a little too much. So, what happens? Oh, yeah, Tony takes Tawana out, like, hey, I think I should just get rid of Vince as my manager. It's not going to work. I would just rather have him as my brother-in-law. Things aren't going right. When I found out he's working with Tamar, kind of hit her, like, I'm not really feeling that because, Tamar, she's already been in the studio, didn't work with producers. Tony, she hasn't got none of that yet. And she's like, I don't it's family, and I don't want him not to do that for her, but I still think he should be doing something for me, you know, sending me to some producers, doing something, you know. And it's like, none of that's happened yet. Tamar, she always in the studio. So she's like, I just need to sit him down. Like, I just rather you be my brother-in-law and, you know, you not be my manager. So they have dinner. Tony, Tony, Tracy, Tamar, and Miss Evelyn, they all have dinner discussing things. That's just like, you know, I'm not happy with this situation. I guess Tony's like real stressed out and frustrated. She's like, I can't take it no more. This is what I do for a living. This is how I make my money. And if I don't have the person to help me make my money, then I need to find somebody who's going to make me money. And, you know, Tamar was in the kind of offense. I was like, well, you should bring that with Vince. She's like, I have and I will. It's just that, you know, things aren't working out. And they get into a whole big scuffle. Tamar's like, she's hurt because she's like, I'm caught in the middle. This is my sister. And then at the same time, this is my husband. And I don't know what to do. So I'm stuck. And, you know, Tracy tried to explain to her, you know, y'all two used to be real close, but now y'all done drifted apart. Now her and Tawana are close, and Tamar got in her mind, well, Tawana, she done swooped in and tried to take my place. But I don't think that's it at all. But Trina being mad at Gabe goes to see the therapist. She's like, we had my graduation party. He was hanging all on me. Every time I turned around, he was in some corner looking at me, and, you know, he's having all these insecurities about me. And, you know, psychiatrist was like, basically, does he have any reason to feel that way? And she admitted, I did cheat on Gabe, but it wasn't to get back at him. It was just to see if I could still get it, basically, if she could still attract a man. And I guess Gabe, his, you know, insecurities, as she's called it, were, you know, valid because she was with that dude. And so we're just going to see how this plays out. I'm so sorry for my voice sounding like this, but I'm sick still. So I'm trying to get over this cold, but it won't leave me alone. So, like always, if I left anything out, leave a video response in a comment. And I want to thank my subscribers and the people who watch my videos. I want you to thumbs up, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends on Facebook and Twitter. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.